You got a great idea, you've downloaded your DAW, and now you're ready to remix. Whenever you find the components that you need, or make the components that you need to create that idea, the question is, where do you go ahead and find them? Let's get into some places where you can go ahead and find some acapellas, instrumentals, even multi-track sessions right after the intro. What's good, peeps? Welcome to the channel. My name is Nasaal and I aim to share tech, music, a bit of lifestyle, and some gaming content. If you haven't watched the first video in the series, where I go ahead and explain the different type of remixes as well as the DAWs and how to sort of generate an idea for a remix, you can go ahead and watch that video here. In the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about where you can find some acapellas, instrumentals, and even multi-track sessions. As simple as googling the name of the song followed by acapella or instrumental normally provides you with some good findings within the first couple links. However, it's normally good to also check places like YouTube and SoundCloud for some additional options. I'll go ahead and leave a list below in the description just to provide some additional places you can find acapellas and instrumentals. By the way, on your way down to the description, there is a subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can go ahead and click that and do the right thing, Alright, so let's talk about our next location. If you're a very social person, then you should be aware by now that the persons who you socialize with should be able to share resources for the benefit of you or the collective of you all. The main set of persons in this particular topic of remixing, of course, would be, first of all, DJs and remixers. The reason I say these persons are one of those set of persons is that these persons normally have access to acapellas and instrumentals from record pools, for example, and they may also be making their own remixes as well. The next set of persons you probably want to connect with are the producers and the artists for the songs. This is of course simply because the producers make the rhythms that you probably want to use, and the artist voices the acapella that you would also want to use. In some cases with certain producers, of course, because of the level of networking that you would have done, you can probably even get the multi-track session if you're going ahead and doing the more extreme remixes. However, there is something very important to note, and let me say this clearly. Build genuine connections with these persons, especially producers and artists. You're using their content to create your content, and so respect is due. So don't disrespect anybody and don't be a leech. This leads in quite nicely to my next point, creating the acapellas or instrumentals. Now, there are various methods to the madness when going to create acapellas or instrumentals. The simplest method, of course, is utilizing the digital audio workstation on your computer, importing the song, and then of course they should have an option to either remove the vocal or remove the instrumental, and then the remainder of what is left is the result. Of course, this depends on the settings you dial into the audio workstation, which is why it's also important that you learn your DAW and probably even learn a bit of production techniques to sort of help with getting cleaner results. That's rather easy to do when you're on your computer. Well, what if you're not? Well, in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some offline and online tools that you can go ahead and put in your arsenal of tools so that you can just have them just in case you need to do some remixing and you're not in the most convenient of places. So I'm going to go ahead and put that video on the end card when it becomes available. And if you're new here and want to continue watching the series, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. And until the next video, see you later, peeps.